Hey guys, last week of July for Brendan Tries, we've been tackling delicious foods from all around Canada, and I would be crazy not to tackle something that everyone knows. It combines a lot of tasty things and puts it into an amalgamation of deliciousness. Of course, I am talking about poutine, or gravy and fries and cheese curds, whatever you want to call it. It is a Canadian staple done oh so well. And the good news is, all you really need is three things. So today on Brendan Tries to make poutine. Like many of the things this month, it's very simple to make poutine. You need fries, you need gravy, and you need cheese curd. Now, the fries, here's the good news. If you've got something in mind that you really like, maybe you like McCain, or say Cavendish, or regardless of whatever it is, use the ones you know. If they want to be crinkly cut, awesome. You want to do spiral, not so traditional, but still passable. The gravy, I did canned. This is poutine style gravy. You can make it yourself, you can get the bag form, regardless, that's still going to be fine. When it comes to the cheese curds though, this is where it gets important. St. Albert, the only cheese curds you should be using for poutine. That's it, that's all. If you can get your hands on these, whether they are white or yellow cheddar, or regardless, use these and you'll be good to go. Your oven is set for 425, it's ready to go in, so as I mentioned, put your fries in, set the timer for 25 minutes, keep an eye on it. At the halfway point, you're going to actually take the fries back out, give it a toss, add a little bit of salt, and then when it all comes up, you will be good to go. Meanwhile, you take your gravy, and as I said, it could be in the packet form. You could make your own gravy if you want to go to those lengths. Kudos to you for that. Or you can get the canned form. You get your can opener, and obviously, you open your can, and you want to give yourself some time so that the fries are cooked by the time the gravy is ready. So put your oven or your burner on low, and you're just going to cook it in a slow manner. Maybe you get a small element or a large one, regardless. Just slow heat, let it simmer, let it get to a point, and then, yeah, you're really set. Keep an eye on it, stir it every once in a while. If you're saying, maybe that's not exactly what I'm looking for, you could add some elements, some pepper, want a little bit of spice, throw some cayenne in there. Some people get a little upset if you mess with a tradition like poutine. That's just the way it is. So depending on who's in the room with you, maybe just keep it the way it is. Don't think you need any more salt for it, especially if it comes in a can, but you know what, just wait it out. Go by how you're feeling, and in about 25 minutes, you're gonna have a delicious treat. We're at the halfway point. 25 minutes, half of that, 13 and a half minutes, give or take. Check on your fries, looks good. And then what you're going to want to do is give them a flip. You can do it by hand and try to be clever like that, or you can just take a utensil and flip them over, making sure that they're covered on equal sides and get the nice browning on all of it. While that's going on as well, you want to check out your gravy. Make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom. Get yourself a whisk and just keep stirring it every once in a while to make sure that none of that good beefy gravy goodness goes to waste. Once you have them all set up again and ready to go, add a little bit of salt. This is a good chance to do so. You don't need to add too much if you are using a canned gravy, because there is a fair amount of salt in it anyways, so you are not going to be hurting for it on your fries. But if it is, say, something that you're making by hand for the gravy, you might be better off to do so. But yeah, you put these back in for the time remaining. Keep an eye out on the gravy, and once it's done, we get to assemble our poutine. We've hit our time. It's now time to get the fries out of the oven and assemble your poutine. The good news is, it's very easy to do so. Goes in a certain order. Make sure everything is turned off once you have finished it. But the rule goes fries, curds, gravy. That's it, that's all. So you assemble your tasty snack, or your dinner, or your lunch, or your breakfast, or whatever it might be. Fries, cheese curds. And the important thing about the cheese curds when you want proper poutine, they gotta squeak. So, we just opened these up. Let's see what it sounds like. We'll get in real close. We'll get squeak-a-vision. Works perfect, nice and fresh. If they've been sitting on the rack for longer than 24 hours, don't get it, because the squeak will be gone. You add your cheese curds. Them however many you want. You can have more, you can have less. Carefully add your gravy. Once again, if you want more gravy, you can do so. If you want less, the world is your poutine. Make it how you want it. When it comes to eating poutine, make sure you got a little bit of everything. So, when you get your fork in there, get a fry, get a curd, get some gravy, blow on it a little bit. That's how simple homemade poutine it really is. Give it a try.
Brendan Seeley is not a licensed professional. Use his advice carefully and cautiously at your own risk.
Squeaky cheese for poutine. That's just, if they're not squeaky, it doesn't work.